What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, CamATL, and welcome back to another NFL video with your boy. NFL Week 8 final look, ladies and gentlemen. As you guys know, early on in the week, we do the first look lineup where we kind of just put a lineup together and we pretty much just talk about the guys that we put in the lineup and don't get too in depth with things. And then as the week goes on, now that it's Friday, we have a lot more news. We kind of have a much better grasp with, most of the injury news out and we can kind of, do a full slate breakdown, position by position, and talk about everybody we really like and why we like them. Normally, this video goes about 30 minutes, but I'm going to try to make this a lot quicker than normal, and we're going to go position by position and pretty much go fairly quickly because I do have NBA that I need to get back to studying. We do have NBA tonight, so obviously I'm going to have to get in and out of this video and get straight to the point with you guys. Obviously, you don't want to be sitting here for fucking an hour anyway, just listening to me talk anyway. Uh, Drop a like down below, comment anything in the comments section, and enter your name into the $50 giveaway I do every single week on this channel. And make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Let's start it out. Let's go position by position, baby. Greenlightdfs.com. Join the squad. We started week 8 out with a bang last night. Easy W on the showdown. Let's go ahead and get straight into it here for the main. Now, okay, so I will be honest with you. Most of my builds so far have kind of been cheaper quarterbacks or one of these guys that I'm about to talk about. So one of the guys I really, really like is Jalen Hurts. I talked about him in the first look lineup. Jalen Hurts is just in a fantastic spot here. He is as consistent as you can get majority of the time. This dude will get you 20 plus. You know what I mean? Like he will get you 20 plus. He has yet to have that huge game yet. He did have 28 against Atlanta week 1 and then 31 against Kansas City week 4. I feel like he's got more in him. Like that 40 he dropped week 15 against Arizona last year. He's got more in him, man. He's got huge upside. If he's able to run for a ton of yards and then able to throw for a couple too, like I could see him going for like a 5 touchdown game here soon. And Jalen Hurts is just incredibly talented. He's not the most accurate dude in the world, don't get me wrong, but facing a bad defense like Detroit in a dome is a good spot for Jalen Hurts, man. He just feels incredibly safe on this slate, and he also has some really solid upside. So I do like Jalen Hurts. Now, all these spend up guys like Josh Allen, Matthew Stafford, Tom Brady, I'm not going to talk about these dudes. Obviously, you can play them if you want to, okay? It's fine. If you have the money, sure. I'm going to talk about the other guys that maybe you might not be thinking about too much. Let's talk about Teddy Bridgewater. Shit. What am I doing? There we go. Here. Let's talk about Teddy Bridgewater going against the worst secondary in the entire league in Washington. Now, Teddy Bridgewater isn't a guy that every week you're like, oh my God, I got to play him. Oh my, he's super talented. You just can't fade Teddy. No, you can fade Teddy most times. But here against Washington, it's a fantastic spot. So, first and foremost, he's incredibly cheap. Dude's only 5'4", and he's facing the worst secondary in the league. I'm talking about these dudes have been absolutely carved up all year. Now, it definitely, makes the matters worse for Washington that they faced Aaron Rodgers, Pat Mahomes, Matt Ryan, Josh Allen, like Jameis Winston. They faced some good quarterbacks. So, I mean, maybe they're not as bad as they seem. No, psych. They suck. Okay, so Teddy Bridgewater's in a fantastic spot at home, 5'4". I think you can do worse than Bridgewater. One of the spots that I wanted to talk about, because I really like the stacking potential here, is Sam Darnold against Atlanta. Sam Darnold's only 5'6". There's a method behind my madness here now. Most times I don't have to really explain myself on why I like a guy. Um, especially when they're facing Atlanta. I don't have to explain myself too much in that situation when they're facing a bad defense because y'all probably already know. But let me go ahead and get into it. No, now first things first. Atlanta sucks. I hate to say that because it really hurts my heart to say that. But last week I played Tua against them. He got 28. Taylor Heineke got almost 28 in week 4. Yes, Sam Darnold did get benched last game because he was absolutely garbage against the Giants. And he does have that possibility that he could just go out there and suck. But the fact he got benched, I think he's going to come out with a lot more, lot more fire in him this game. Plus, Atlanta's not going to put up too much of a fight here. Secondary wise, defense wise, in general, they're not going to put too much pressure on him. He should be good, man. And at the end of the day, with stack potential, is pretty damn good here. So with Sam Darnold, you can obviously pair him up with DJ Moore, who is a solid in an amazing position here. There's no cornerbacks on Atlanta that can really slow him. Once again, it's just a solid spot. With Darnold busting last week, it could be a really good GPP stack here. DJ Moore, the guy we're pairing him with, is going to see a lot of Fabian Moreau, who's just been lit up this year. Atlanta's secondary is bad. I know the last 3 weeks, DJ Moore hasn't been amazing, but the targets have still been there. 13 targets week 6, 10 targets week 7. This is a solid spot for DJ Moore to bounce back here, and I think he's going to have a huge game like we saw early on in the year out of him this week. So I really like Darnold paired up with DJ Moore, and I really like the run back of Calvin Ridley at 6'6 as well. So that's another reason why I like the Darnold pairing with DJ Moore, because I really like the run back spot on the Atlanta side as well with Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley's kind of in a bounce back spot here as well because a lot of people played him last week, and I was a little surprised of his ownership, but it is what it is. But this is a great bounce back spot for him against Carolina here. Carolina's secondary has been okay, but Calvin Ridley is going to get so many targets here. He's in a fantastic spot. 10 targets last week, but only 4 catches and a touchdown. He was able to really revive his day a little bit with the touchdown, but either way, honestly, at the end of the day, against Xavier Howard, Calvin Ridley should not have been played too much last week, plain and simple. Not sure why he ended up being chalky-ish and having as much ownership as he did, but hey, I'm not going to hate on it. We easily cashed because of it. But at the end of the day, he probably shouldn't have been played against Xavier Howard last week, but this week, I'm completely on board to run back the Carolina squad at home in Atlanta. All right? Let's go back to quarterbacks. All right. So back to quarterback. Let's see who else is a really good price. You could also play Matt Ryan against Carolina. I don't love the matchup as much. I prefer Darnold on the other end. Carson Wentz against Tennessee. Let's talk about Carson Wentz as another guy that's a little sneaky here at home in Indianapolis going against Tennessee. I mean, last 3 weeks, 26, 17, 21. He hasn't gotten under 17 DraftKings points since week 4. That's a great thing to hear. Josh Allen dropped over 32 against them. Trevor Lawrence almost got 23. So Carson Wentz is a solid option as well at 5'7". And who else? Anybody else? That's about it. I mean, you have to expect Jameis Winston to throw a shit ton here in this matchup. For New Orleans, I mean, Tampa Bay is going to get up here, obviously, and he's going to have to throw a lot. So Jameis Winston's interesting as well. Let's switch over to running back. All right, so at the running back position, let's start off with James Robinson, a guy that I really like this week. He's in just a fantastic spot against Seattle. They suck. So yeah, they suck. I'm not gonna spend too much time here, honestly, dude. Come on. All right, Daryl Henderson Jr. against Houston once again. Not gonna spend too much time here. I've been playing the dude damn near every weekend. This dude's got a very nice workload. Yes, he got us 9 last weekend, but I'm willing to take a chance on him getting about 20 here against Houston. Fantastic matchup. Rams should be up big in this game and use a lot of Daryl. Expect a big game out of Daryl. DeAndre Swift. Already talked about it, especially if you're going the Philly stack route. Love the run back of DeAndre Swift for Detroit. He is questionable. Let me check in on that. He was limited. He should play. He's been limited all year. This dude is a wide receiver 1 who also gets 10 carries. So I love DeAndre Swift at 7-1. Joe Mixon against the Jets is in a solid spot here for Cincinnati. He's going to get you about 15 carries or so. He has the potential to get some targets in the pass game as well. But I think Cincinnati, plain and simple, will be up in this game and use a lot of Joe Mixon once they are up. Damian Harris can be played against I was about to say the Clippers, the Chargers. Kenneth Gainwell. I really love this dude this week, man. Miles Sanders has officially been ruled out. Amazing matchup against Detroit, and it really gives you an easy stack for Jalen Hurts. I love stacking Jalen Hurts with Gainwell and then running it back on the other side with Swift. It's an interesting way to go this week for sure. Not going to lie to you. Jonathan Taylor is a fantastic option as well. Dude's been balling, plain and simple. Damn, I'm hitting everything but his name. Jonathan Taylor at home in Indianapolis is a solid option here. He's been incredibly consistent. 23, 34, 31, 22. Yes, please. All right, who else? Elijah Mitchell against Chicago is 100% in play as well. He's going to be the main dog there. Khalil Herbert is also a guy that you want to keep an eye on this week. The dude gets heavy workload, even in a blowout. He got heavy workload last week, so I really like that spot for him. Let's talk Michael Carter, the rookie out of, I believe, North Carolina. Michael Carter is a solid spot here. The dude's getting the bulk of the carries. He's also got the potential of 9 targets like he got week 7 against New England, 8 catches for 67 yards. Michael Carter is a good little PPR option here. Chuba Hubbard is another guy that you could pair up with our boy Darnold. He's only 6K. He is getting a good bit of snaps here. He's going to get about 15 carries as well as getting some targets in the pass game. So Chuba Hubbard is also in a fantastic spot. Really also normally I don't really like running backs against Tampa Bay, but this spot is a little different here. This is GPP, by the way, because his price is elevated, all capitalized. All right, elevated, completely capitalized and exclamation at the end. His price is elevated. It's a little too high in my opinion, but in GPP, if you want to take the shot, I understand because Alvin Kamara is the #1 receiver for this team. So yes, he is a running back. Yes, they're going to be getting stomped. Yes, Tampa Bay is solid versus running backs, but Alvin Kamara is a wide receiver. All right, next. That's about it, man. Let me see. Obviously, King Henry, if you got the money, why not, dude? Week in, week out. I talked about Damian Harris. Pay attention to Austin Eckler. He was added to the injury report on Thursday. That's not great to have him added late in the week. Joshua Kelly, Justin Jackson, Larry Roundtree will all get bumps in that situation. I think Kelly's probably the #1 who will get the benefit, but we'll see. Justin Jackson is the pass catching guy, so I expect Joshua Kelly probably get first couple downs. He's going to get the early carries here. If Eckler misses, Justin Jackson's interesting for Draftkings full point PPR. Wide receiver. All right, we're going through this not too bad. 12 minutes in. All right, so Emmanuel Sanders, #1 that I like. Here's the thing. Xavier Howard will be dealing with Stephon Diggs. That's going to open up Emmanuel Sanders and Cole Beasley. Love both of those guys. Let's talk about the dude making just a splash in the NFL, Michael Pittman Jr. 5'3" is also a solid option. Janoris Jenkins damn sure can't stop him. It's a fantastic spot here, especially if you got like a little Tennessee stat going. You want to run it back on the other side with Michael Pittman. I completely understand with that as well. Let's talk about the best receiver to ever play football, Cooper Kupp. Going against Houston, really love this spot. I mean, come on, dude. I mean, I'm not going to say much here. Look at his game log and tell me he's not the best wide receiver you've ever seen in your entire life. Exactly. All right, next. Um, Chris Godwin. No Antonio Brown, ladies and gentlemen. No Antonio Brown. So, there's multiple reasons here why I love this, and he's probably locked in my opinion, but we'll see. So, first and foremost, Antonio Brown out. You saw what Chris Godwin did last week in a blowout. Nonetheless, yes, Mike Evans went crazy, but Mike Evans is going to have Marshawn Lattimore on him, who can be a pesky defender. That's going to open up some chances for Chris Godwin. Absolutely love Godwin in that position. Devontae Smith, if you're going Hurts, Devontae Smith is a guy that you can definitely get exposure to, especially if you're going Hurts and you want to pair him up. Now, Hurts isn't a guy you have to pair, though. But if you go Hurts, then, and I already love Gainwell, you might as well. If you go Hurts, just pair him with Gainwell, might as well. So, yeah. Or Devontae Smith, either one. Jamar Chase, also one of the best football players to ever play in the league. You know what's funny to me is so many people were saying early on, like, oh shit, like he can't catch, he sucks, blah blah blah. Like people just jump to conclusions so quickly just off some like preseason and like little quick video snippets and shit. Like come on, man. Come on. Jamar Chase is a fantastic option week in, week out. He is going to be a lock for you, especially if you're playing season-long fantasy and you have him on your team. Start him every week. Don't overthink things. It's not that hard. One thing that people in season-long leagues make the biggest mistake of, they try to just get too damn cute. Play your stars and then just move on with your life, okay? It's not that hard. Cortland Sutton. I freaking love the pairing of Cortland Sutton and Bridgewater this week. They're in fantastic spot, man. These two guys are going to absolutely destroy this week. Bridgewater and Sutton pairing, absolutely love it. A little run back of a little McLaurin, not too bad of an idea. Cole Beasley already talked about him. DJ Moore already talked about him. Um, DK Metcalf took a rest on Thursday. He's a little, I don't know if you guys heard on Twitter, but he got turned down for a foursome, and the girl's like outing him for offering to have a foursome with her or something. So he's a little heartbroken right now, like you know what I mean. So he had to take a seat and not really practice Thursday because he's just he's beat up by it. He really wanted the foursome. I mean, think about it, dude. You know what I mean? He really wanted that opportunity. It didn't end up happening. He's hurt. So, but he should be good against Jacksonville. I like the spot for him. Mike Evans, eh. The only way I'm playing Mike Evans is for somehow Marshawn Lattimore misses. But I think Lattimore's not going to miss. So Lattimore's going to be on Mike Evans. I'm really going to go Godwin here. Love Godwin here because not only is Antonio Brown out, but Lattimore should do really good against Evans. He's done very well against Evans in his career, shutting Evans down and doing very well against him. So that's going to really open Godwin, man. Godwin's going to go off. So yeah, that's about it. Let's go to tight end, man. We're zooming through this thing. All right, feeling really good about this slate, by the way. There's a lot of amazing ways to go. Let's talk CJ Ozuma. Because CJ Ozuma is becoming the greatest tight end of all time. I mean, 26 week 4, 24 week 7. Like, who is this guy? CJ Ozuma is just a red zone beast. He's getting multiple touchdowns. He's just a fantastic option, dude. He has gotten 5 touchdowns the last 4 games. Now he gets to go against a Jets squad that gave up almost 30 to Kyle Pitts. What? Kyle Pitts. Sorry, I said it weird, I feel like. I don't know. But anyways, CJ Azuma's a fantastic option. Hunter Henry's a fantastic option at 4-2. Dallas Goddard, if you're playing Hurts, you can do worse than Dallas Goddard, especially now that, did I spell his name wrong? Yeah. Especially now that Ertz is out of town. Dallas Goddard's going to have huge games here and there, so I really like the spot for him as well, paired with Hurts. Let's see. So Gronk is going to be back this week, so that he is going to have a bump here with Antonio Brown out. He is interesting for sure. You got to expect that his boy Tom Brady's going to look to him early and often here. He did practice in full. It looks like he's good to go. Let's see. Yeah, so Gronk is a solid option. If you want to go Brady, Gronk, and Godwin, I completely understand, but you're gonna have to know who you want to run it back with on the other end. Kamara, that's about it. So yeah, it's not the greatest stack option because you don't really have much on the New Orleans side you feel great about. Pay attention to Jonnu Smith. If he misses, Hunter Henry's even better, but he did get a limited practice in on Wednesday. And that's about it there. Let's talk about defenses. All right, so defense, if you have the money, the best defense option is probably going to be Bills. The Bills against Miami is going to be a fantastic spot. If you want to punt, you can punt the Washington football team against Denver. You can punt the Falcons against Carolina, maybe the Colts against Tennessee, blah, blah, blah. Don't really love too many of the punts. Really want to try to get the Bills defense here against Miami. They really stick out to me. The Bengals defense against the Jets going against a backup. So that's very interesting. Wish it was in Cincinnati, but I'll still take the Bengals against the Jets. You could also do the Broncos versus Washington as a very interesting spot. The Rams against Houston, my lord. The Rams are gonna dominate Houston, dude. You're having to pay like a solid amount here, but think about it. Like Rams could get 20. I'm not gonna lie to you. The Rams could easily get 20 here. Um, so yeah, Rams could get 20. And that's about it, man. I've talked about pretty much everybody I'm interested in this week. Pretty simple week, pretty straight to the point. I mean, a lot of great spots to go with, man. I'm super excited to smash week 8. We haven't gotten a full-on takedown yet this year in main slates. We've gotten really fucking close on showdown slates and stuff, but we have yet to get a takedown on main, so maybe week 8 will be the one. Thank you guys for joining me as always. GreenlightDFS.com, join the squad, and let's get it. I'm out. Peace.